Hi, everyone. My name is Chandra Miller. I also support procurement here at Turner. I've been here 3.5 years and first time in construction industry, but I completely love it. We'll be here to talk about pre-qualifications and answering you guys' questions and getting set up as trade partners to hopefully work with Turner in the future.
So Chris Compton, procurement manager here. Been in the industry about 16 years, been with Turner almost 10. Spent a lot of my time in estimating before I went out to the field and did a few projects with Turner, and now I'm back into the office kind of as procurement manager and, reviewing contracts, spreading the love between subcontractors and making sure we give everybody equal opportunities to win work. So.
Great to meet everybody, and we're jealous because you do have the subs and the sandwiches there.
I know.
Okay. I keep looking for a delivery guy and he's not here. So with that, please let us know what you have in store. Let us know what you've got in store for us. What's happening at Turner Construction that we should be looking forward to.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Liz, they're going to walk through a PowerPoint.
Actually, we can get started.
Okay.
So just a little bit of background about Turner. Of course, Turner was founded in 1902 by Henry Turner up in New York. Currently, you guys noticed that Turner is now the number 1 contractor in 2020 for E&R. We had sales in 2020 of $14.4 billion. We're very geographically diverse with over 40 offices across the country, housing about 10,000 employees. We currently have about 1,500 active projects active right now. And one thing that we pride ourselves on is most of our projects are repeat customers. So 6% of that is of our work is 6% of repeat clients. So some little background of Turner. It's just right here just shows just where we're number 1 at per 2021 rankings per the E&R. Number 1 general builder, healthcare, education, and commercial builder. So I'll let Chandra talk a little bit more about the pre-qualification process.
So one of the first steps in starting the process to become a trade partner with Turner is that we have to get our subcontractors pre-qualified. So when we say pre-qualification or pre-qualified, it doesn't necessarily mean a yes or a no, that we will or won't do business or work with you as a trade partner. It's more of a registration process and getting to know you as an organization and where your strengths lie and sometimes where we might have to help and aid you. So there are a few items that we actually do require. One of those is a W-9, a current W-9. Currently, the IRS has the 2018 form. We have to have that on file. We also have to have 2 years of financial statements. We prefer for them to be audited by an independent accounting firm, but we do understand the cost associated with having audited financial statements. So we also accept compiled and reviewed. Don't let that be a deterrent if you don't have them that way. We do also accept internally compiled, but some of those exceptions are you don't want IRS statements, Excel dumps, those things we kind of get kicked back. They actually do get kicked back. So we always say, give us something. We need something. They don't have to be, like I said, necessarily audited, but compiled and reviewed or internally compiled are acceptable as well. We also need current EMR or experience modification rate, which is basically your safety record, and any minority certifications that you have, MBE, WBE, SBE, veterans, disabled, any and all of those, that information needs to be download or uploaded actually to our internal Turner procurement website as well. I will add my information. Is there anywhere for me to add my email? Okay, so, and I've got the instructions on how to start the pre-qualification progress. So you guys will have my email information, and if you have any questions or need any assistance in getting that process completed, I'm definitely here and able to answer any types of questions. So.
Okay, so regarding the pre-qual information, a lot of companies, and from what we hear, kind of get scared when they hear the pre-qual. pre-qualification process. What we want to assure you guys is that we require that whether you're just starting on a business or starting out a business or starting your company, and whether you've been in business for 30+ years and have over $150 million in capital. That's not just something we're asking for from small businesses. That's something we're asking from everybody to fill out a pre-qual if you've never worked with Chandra. We're trying to get everybody. This also helps us to figure out what your niche is, like Chandra mentioned earlier, right? How much work do you do? Can you handle $1 million worth of work, or can you handle $100,000 worth of work? The last thing we want to do is offend you by telling us you can handle $1 million worth of work, and we're just sending you bid invites for hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of work, and vice versa, right? We don't want to hand you something that's too big, and then we have to get into other measures. So that's what the pre-qualification process helps us with. Don't be scared of it. Please call us if you have any questions. Let us know. We can help you out the best way we can with that. So I just wanted to reiterate that, because we've heard some things about that and just some rumors, and we want to address those rumors. And in that sense, rumors don't come from you, but just from the market. So
excellent. That's fine. Andrew had showed, presented how Turner was #1 in multiple sectors of the industry. Now, what has made us so successful in those particular segments are obviously, man, our partnerships with you all, companies like you all, right? And I'll share with you, and what part two of that is what's made us heavily successful is the program that we provide for companies like you all. And I'll identify 2 specifically here today. One of them, what you see here on the screen, is the accelerated payment program. Now, historically, we have found that one of the biggest challenges for many of our trade partners as a whole is consistent cash flow, right? A lot of our contracts are set up where it's paid when paid, whether that's a 45-day period, 60 days, and sometimes I've even seen it go up to 90 days. And the way our contracts and most of our contracts are set up is where a lot of that money you all will have to float. This accelerated payment program alleviates that and breaks down that financial barrier that has crippled many of our trade partners historically. And how it does is that the moment that you all submit your paid application, and once it's approved, all within that same month, you will be paid promptly from the moment that you all's paid application is officially approved. So it cancels out that 45, 60-day, 90-day period, and within that same month that you submitted your payment, you will be reimbursed your money back. And Turner takes the financial risk away from you all. That's one of the key components to what has made Turner so successful in our relationship. The next one, and I think this is one of our most proudest programs, is Turner School of Construction Management. Please, you can go back.
Oh, I'm sorry. On this, okay.
It's the Turner School of Construction Management. This is our longest running community-based program. It was established back in 1969. And from there on, we have found that this has created and that's helped foster new rising businesses like yourselves into a completely different spectrum within our industry, right? So the fundamental components of the Turner School of Construction Management, right? It's the 6 to 8 week, and sometimes stretches out to 10-week program where we teach you all the fundamentals of the construction management industry and some of the key gems that has made Turner ourselves so successful in this industry. Going all the way ranges from the subjects all the way from safety to procurement, bidding, estimating, business development, marketing. Again, the wide spectrum of courses we provide this to you all free of cost, right? So this is something that we had all spoke about previously before. You know, Turner, as you saw, Turner's #1, right? So if you have the most recent NBA champion, Milwaukee Bucks, or you have the Steph Currys of the world, right? And if Steph Curry is going to teach you how to shoot, right? Would you not show up asking questions? Would you not show up with the enthusiastic, mindset, hearing from one of the greatest shooters in the world, teaching you how to shoot? Well, this is what we're providing you all free of cost. So we encourage everybody on this call to come out, join us for the Turner School of Construction Management. This year we'll be hosting it from September 28th to November 16th, once a week, 2 hours a day, and we look forward to having you all join us.
So if there's any questions regarding the Turner School of construction management, please reach out. Our emails is in the chat. Please email me if you're interested. We do have application process for that, and seats are going to be limited this year because we're going to be intentional with getting trade partners from trade school onto our project. So please send out an email. We'll send you an application. The turn school this year will be at ACC. We will hold all classes there in conjunction with ACC and City of Houston. Those are our two partners for the classes. So again, any questions, let us know.
So a couple of upcoming opportunities. Harris County Detention Center and U of H. They are looking for candidates that have certificates with not only the City of Houston, but I believe also Texas, right? And from what I understand, that's a lot of you guys. And so we're not only looking for projects like this that are requiring you guys, but we're looking to also use you guys on projects that don't necessarily have a certificate associated with it, right? Because we want to use you guys on all our projects, have you guys bid all our work and not just on certain projects, right? So here are a couple of the upcoming opportunities. We've got Harris County Detention Center upgrades, and we've got U of H. So with that, we're encouraging you, if you guys haven't started your pre-qual, to start that process now. So that way, when these come out for bidding purposes, you guys already have your stuff in the system, and you can bid, right? That's another thing. We don't want to have a bid from you guys and then have to figure out this pre-qualification process and get your stuff in. So we're imploring you to go ahead and get it in now, so that way when these projects come out, you guys are already in the system. You're already set to go. Chandra can just say, yep, they're in the system. They can bid. Everything looks good. We can use them, right? Especially if it comes down to, hey, you've got the right number for the scope of work that you're bidding. So these are a couple of opportunities. We're bidding stuff every week, but here are some of our highlights on some things that we would love you guys to bid on, right? So what I also like about what Turner is doing, everybody in this room, everybody that's on this call was given an opportunity some kind of way, right? And that's what Turner and that's what we're trying to do to not only you guys, but other employers that we're seeking and trying to find out, right? Giving them opportunities so that they can excel and setting them up the best way to excel in their business, in their scope of work, in what their expertise is. And so that's what I love about Turner. I think that's what we love about Turner is we remember where we come from. We remember who gave us opportunities, and we're trying to continue that tradition on to help other candidates excel as well. So
just a little bit, just to add on to the bidding opportunities, the Harris County Detention Center and the U of H project, those are Turner projects. So we do not have to compete against any other contractors. Those are our projects. We have other projects that have been coming up the pike as well that are our projects, but they won't release until sometime late into the year, going into 2020. As Chris mentioned before, we bid every week. So there's something that we're bidding every week. So if you don't have an opportunity here, there's several opportunities that will come up as well. We chase a lot of the healthcare work. We chase a lot of the work at the airport, City of Houston. We chase all of that. HISD, we do a lot of work with HISD, KIP, Texas Southern University. So we're constantly bidding. So we would love to have you guys pre-qual and get on the bid list. And one thing that we want to do is definitely have a meeting with you guys. So we meet with trade partners every Tuesday between 11 and 11:30 just to get to know you a little bit better. So if you're interested in meeting our team here and our procurement team, our pre-construction team, and some of our PMs and PXs, project executives, please email me and we'll get you set up for a one-on-one consultation.
And before we get into the Q&A, Jessica, could you put Andrew's email address in the Q&A
Yes.
as an answer? Yeah, thank you. And so our first question is from Jody. I've only been an LLC for 8 months. What type of alternate financial information can I provide?
For the
any type of financials, even if it's just the dump from, say, whatever accounting software that you use. Excuse me, so whatever bookkeeping system that you use for your business up until that point is still fine as well. We just won't accept tax returns. That's the only thing that we can't accept. And that has your confidential information on it as well. So if you use, smaller QuickBooks, if you use QuickBooks and you were to just do your dump from there, that's perfectly fine as well. We will accept financial statements out of QuickBooks or anything of that nature.
And then I would remind all the participants that this presentation, the PowerPoint will be sent to you within the next 24 hours. Is that accurate, Jessica?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then the video of this whole, a recorded video of this whole presentation will be sent probably within 3 days. So then you'll get, and then for those who have struggled with the volume, you can play it on YouTube and adjust the volume up as loud as you want. Hello, I'm unable to turn on my camera, but would like an application and more information.
Yeah, just send over, email me, Mark, and I'll get them the application and more information about Turner.
Okay. Okay, so Elizabeth, send it to areno@tcco.com. Would there be opportunities for IT consulting firms?
No, not that we think of. Not usually. That's typically with an architecture firm or with the owner, not with the general contractor.
I have a question, and forgive me for Andrew and team for not flagging you on this ahead of time. But what, in your estimation, separates a successful subcontractor or a vendor from one who struggles?
Well, so I think we're a team, right? So if one person struggles, we all struggle, right? So we are here to help everybody succeed. And I think that goes back to my earlier point of finding what's your threshold or what's your dollar value range for success, right? We want to make sure that you're comfortable with the scope of work that you're being awarded. So if you can only do $10,000 worth of work, well, then that's what we're going to provide you, right? So that you succeed versus you only being able to handle $10,000 worth of work, but we will award you a $100,000 contract. Well, we all know that the capabilities are not there to handle that scope of work, right? So that's why it's important to go to the pre-qual. Well, once you fill that out, we're looking at that stuff to say, okay, this company can handle $80,000, $1 million, right? So we're comfortable with awarding that work, right? And that's what makes us all successful. The last thing we want to do is hire somebody for $100,000 worth of work and they only have 3 employees. Well, we're setting them up for failure, right? We're setting Turner up for failure, right? So if we know more about you, we know the information you have, we can better set you up when it comes to bidding on projects to say, okay, hey, this is a great opportunity for this company. This may not be the opportunity for you on this one because it may be too big or small. So when we know those things up front, we can all be successful, and we can be successful at the end of a project when it's finished. So that way we can all say, hey, we all made it through as one. I hope that answers your question.
And then I'd like to add on,
Go ahead.
That you are not only bidding Turner work, right? You should be bidding everyone. So we want to make sure your workload matches the scope that we are giving you. So if you're doing a job for us and you're doing a job down the road for McCarthy, and you have some substantial contracts and you don't have the manpower, well, we want to know that. So the biggest thing with us is just being open and honest. We want to help. We want you to succeed. We want you to grow, and not just grow with Turner, but we want you to grow with our competitors too. So that's the whole goal, because if you guys grow, we all grow. So just be open and honest. That's the main thing. Don't be afraid to talk to us about what's going on. We're here to help. And that's all we're here to do. We're not trying to get over. We're not trying to steal money. We're not trying to do any of that. We just really want to help you grow.
Got it. And it's, by the way, I thought that was an excellent answer. So oftentimes with my own clients, when they're trying to go from 0 to 60, they can run into real problems. But if they do incremental growth, you know,
Right.
Do those steps along the way, you know, to grow organically, then they're more likely to succeed. Here's a question. Do you all build from plans only, or do you have any influence on the materials, methods specified?
So, yeah, so we do. We do both, right? We have, we are about 95% of our bidding is off plans and specs. The other 5 to 10%, we have a department called Source Blue where we procure materials. And we have some influence and some buying power with manufacturers because of Turner being a global client, right? So we do buy materials. It all depends on the quantity of that and what it is. But we do have some influence, and we are able to talk to manufacturers, and maybe things change out of a spec just because we have better power, better buying power, and better relationship with a different type of manufacturer. So yes, we can entertain all of those things.
And then,
Okay.
furthermore, we also are a design build contractor. So a lot of our work that we've done as well in the Houston area has been design build. So we have the opportunity to have the architect design team under us. We're able to influence design as well, along with our equipment. So we do have that capability as well.
As a staffing firm, can we provide personnel for cleanup crews and skilled labor positions?
So I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna say no with a question mark. So we have SPO team. So it's our self-perform team, and within that self-perform team, we have labor, carpenters, we have concrete guys. We have all that already with our self-perform team, but it doesn't mean we might need some staff augmentation here and there. So right now I'm gonna say no, but you know, with the current market right now, where it's kind of hard to find trade personnel, you never know. So if you're that type of person and you have that type of company, reach out to me and let's talk.
If we come in as a subcontractor but cannot handle the work, can we team up with another company and do
Absolutely.
We encourage teaming. We encourage mentor protege partnerships. We encourage all of that. Matter of fact, we will be holding a outreach for the 2 projects mentioned before, where we're going to encourage mentor protege partnerships. So be on the lookout for that. Hopefully we can do that in person so that you can meet some of the larger firms, or you got another firm you want to join with, go for it. We love it.
Are there opportunities for branded merchandise?
What do you mean by branded merchandise?
You know, like things like shirts, apparel, hats, so forth, that's branded with Turner
Always.
Construction's logo.
We just had an argument about that today. I only got like 2 Turner shirts. So, and everyone else has like 4 or 5 Turner shirts. So yeah, we're always looking for new vendors to for branding. So if you're that type of person, again, reach out to me, send me an email.
So Tanika, I suggest you send an email to Andrew, and the lovely and charming Jessica is going to provide that email address once again.
Yes.
Because that's the sort of person she is. Good morning. My name is Michael DeWalt, and I am the co-owner of Z&K Construction Services, a recently certified MBE, DBE, SB. I graduated from the Turner School of Construction before pandemic hit. I'm looking for utilizing our relations with you guys. I'm guessing you'd probably want to meet with him maybe on one of your formal days, Andrew?
Yes, let's definitely reach out to one of us, and let's meet on a Tuesday, and let's matter of fact, we can meet in person over at our office, and let's talk and see what we can do. We love coordinating with our former Turner School of Construction band.
Hey, Mike,
Are there opportunities for building and closure consulting firms with Turner in the capacity of third-party reviews, site evaluations, document peer reviews, etc.?
Building envelope.
I would say no on that one. So Turner, we call it the TEG, Turner Engineering Group, where we have on staff mechanical, electrical, plumbing, structural, and civil engineers, and that's kind of what they do for us. But I will say never say never. Definitely reach out to us. You never know, we might need that extra support from a third party. Definitely some of our larger scale projects. So definitely reach out to us.
Mhm.
Victor Salazar, I see your question. I think that's a better question for an email to Andrew. And I'll have Jessica again provide the
Okay.
email address for that. We are a certified SBE. Do you have budget work set aside for SBE?
We typically don't have money set aside for SBE, but what I can tell you, Turner has a national goal of 20%, regardless of what project it is. The minimum amount for SBE, MBE, WBE, veteran-owned, LBGTQ owned company, it doesn't matter. We have a goal of 20%. So that's the minimum. So if you're an SBE company, we accept SBE. So again, if you're interested, definitely get a pre-qual, get on our bid list. If you want to meet with us, let me know. We'll set it up before Tuesday, and we'll go from there.
Do you have any need for sandblasting and coating services? We already have our ISN account.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, we never know when we might need that. So yeah, we definitely will have a need for it.
Do you have any Army Corps of Engineer projects?
Yes, we do. So we don't house that here in Houston, but we have a national division that's all they do is Army Corps work across the country. So I think that division has over 100 employees that's all they do is just Army Corps, NAFAC, work across the country. So if you're interested, if you have an 8A certification, anything of that nature, reach out to me. I can get you hooked up with that division.
Michael DeWalt says, hey, Trayvon. So here's another question. Here's a firm that would like to provide cranes with operators. Is that something you might have a need for?
Absolutely. You know, we like to build big buildings. So sometimes you need a tower crane for that. So yeah, definitely, or a tower crane or a crawler, whatever it might be. We love it. We want it.
Matter of fact, we did that for the TSU library project that we finished up in 2018. I don't know if you guys have been on TSU's campus lately, but the library is like the jewel of the campus now, from what I understand, because that's the newest building on campus. And of course, that needed a tower crane, right? So that building was 3 stories. So 3-4-story building, right? And that tower crane and the erector that was in there, we subbed that out as part of a package, right? So we're also doing the Porsche dealership off of 59, right there, right across from Joel Osteen's church. That's a Turner project. It's got a tower crane there, right? And so we're doing ground up work and we're doing interior work, and we're always looking for anything that can help us complete those projects.
Yep.
Then the Sharonda, yes, we already did address that. Yes, they have that need. So email Andrew. And I hope, and Jessica will provide Andrew's email address one more time.
Y'all gonna have my email pool. It might be a first.
I mean, it's gonna be out on the street, I think, at this point. So, so this is from Carol McNeil. We attended Turner Construction class around 2015. Are we still on the list to be considered for work if we have never worked with Turner? We have worked at U of H. Oh, so they are.
Yeah, if anyone that wants to do work with Turner, come on, we'll take it. We take anybody. So just get that pre-qual in. That's the number one thing. That kicks off everything. You do that, we're gonna find a way to get you out there.
And Carol, don't worry. You're going to get a copy of this PowerPoint. So, and both of the projects that they mentioned are listed in the PowerPoint. So you can get that info there. And if you have any further questions, of course, you can email Andrew at areno@tcco.com.
Hey, one thing I want to mention, when we do have projects that come out, we advertise to all of our friends. So you'll get Jessica's going to get an email from me and say, hey, Jessica, here's an invite. Can you send it out to your membership? We're going to send one through City of Houston OBO. We're going to send it to, so NAMAC. We're going to send it to everyone so you'll know when we have work come out. And then we'll also have it on our system. So we use Building Connected. So you'll see invites come through Building Connected. If you email me and I have your email, I'll email you personally and say, hey, we have a project coming up. Make sure you take a look at it. So you'll know when we have something come out.
Okay.
Or Mark will kill.
I know.
Once the pre-qual is completed, what is next?
So you'll be able to, we'll then add you to our bidders list. So please make sure you guys have email, please email us your current email. A lot of times, that's an old email or you don't check that email anymore. So we need the email that you use on a daily basis and updated contact information is what I'm trying to say, right? So that way we can email you with questions or updates or drawing revisions and stuff like that. So that way you're receiving those. So once you fill that out, fill the pre-qual out, we'll get all the notifications. And then you'll be able to be added to our bid list to bid on work.
So Nubia is saying that she can't get to the link to the Turner pre-qualification side. She's getting an error. Nubia, please email Andrew at areno@tcco.com and he'll help you with that.
Mark, I'm about to make you part of our advertising team.
There you go. There you go. Most major contractors do not bid for trucking trade. What is Turner's position on that? Oh, so they're basically looking for trucking opportunities.
So we wouldn't contract directly with a trucking company. We will typically run that through whoever's doing our earthwork or site utility work. But again, email me at areno@tcco.com.
So here's a question. Is the software that Turner uses for tracking jobs, subs, customers, mid and back office proprietary or available publicly? I suppose they're looking for a platform or software for their construction firm.
For bidding work or just for document control?
It's so track of jobs, subs, customers, mid and back office proprietary. Yeah, so I don't know what mid means. But in other words, is there a platform that y'all use that's publicly available?
Yeah, we use Building Connected. That's what we use for bidding purposes. I don't think that is public though. You gotta, I think that's something that you have to be invited to. So you don't necessarily pay for it. We add you to our list. And then when we have bid opportunities, we just submit you our invite through that system.
Got it.
That's your question.
I have run out of questions at the moment. With that, I think we can wrap things up. I'd like to thank all of everyone who participated on the call. Thank you, Liz, for your insight. Oh, I would like to make an announcement. The Houston Community College has been awarded a new 5-year grant from the U.S. Department of Commerce to operate the Minority Business Development Agency Center here. So great news. There'll be more forthcoming about that, but in the meantime, I thought I'd announce that publicly. Well, thank you everyone for all that you do. You'll be getting copies of the PowerPoint. You'll be getting a link to the presentation itself.
Mhm.
And have a wonderful day, and thank you very much.